Right. Hey guys, I've got a my SLS Printed Pitts Special here. Box of bits, just put all them on top of the scales. It came out at about 435, 439 grams, thereabouts, for the entire airframe. I'm going to quickly put it together, just so you can see, get a bit of a feel for how the design goes together. I've just done one thing. I've glued these wings together, which was maybe 10 minutes work by the time you get the glue out and a few clamps. Just use Loctite 401. See that? Hopefully that's set. Right. This is the mid section of the fuselage. This is the core of the build. Firewall, sort of wing mount there. Landing gear goes in these sockets. There's little holes in the sides here where you can put a pin through and release the landing gear. So I've had this frame together too and pulled it apart in a few minutes as well. There's a socket in the back and two clips at the top for the aft fuselage section. I haven't actually assembled an entire one of these yet, but yeah, there's the servo mount in here, and I've only got a couple of servos, but how do these go in? Like that. So these have got snap lock features as well. So they just push in like that, so they're snapped into place. Yeah, they'll probably need a little bit of adjustment. I think there's probably a little bit too much play there, but it'll be good enough for a trial flight. So aft fuselage section. So what can I tell you about this one? There's not too much feature on it really. It's got throughputs for the control wires for the pull rudder, push-pull elevator tube coming through there. There's a snap lock feature on the inside there to hold the horizontal in place. Yeah. Right. Quite a firm snap fit. I didn't really want the fuselage coming apart, so that's the fuse together. What next? Probably engine mount. So the engine mount's got keyhole features in the firewall. It's got a keyway for the battery mount to mount on, pre-printed engine bolt holes. It's got a mount on the top there for the receiver and little tabs for rubber bands to hold the receiver and the ESC underneath on, and the ESC is designed to be run the airflow. So that should. This is quite a tight snap lock feature too. Okay. So that's the engine mount. That's also designed to take sort of frontal impact and deflect, and the firewall to stay intact in a big impact, and yeah, the engine mount to be a sacrificial component. Landing gear, it's pretty basic, just a single snap lock feature. Wheels are all printed in one piece, although I might do another two versions where it's just got a hole for foam wheels, and that's because I think these SLS nylon wheels might be a little firm for landing. And the third version, I might do a float for taking off the water. So these just snap on there. Where's the other one? So that's it. Yeah. A little bit of play to them, but they're not too bad for the first version anyway. So that's the main frame sitting there. I'll probably move on that. Right. A bit of a pile of bits here. Do horizontal. There's a couple little tabs here to locate it. I'm not 100% sure about this feature yet. Might need a little bit more tweaking. Oh, sorry. Elevator has to go in first. the elevator is not a pull because to slide through the elevator horn, which is all one piece with the control surface, has to come through from one way. Just pull the snap lock feature down. That's it. So that's snapped in place. Bugger. Pull it out again. Control horns on top. There we go. Alright, now I designed this to take carbon fibre rod, so it does mean it needs materials to put together. Yeah, so future planes, which I'm considering doing a Spitfire for my next plane, will probably just be snap lock-in features, just so I don't have to get more carbon fibre rod. Rudder, that's got a built-in tail wheel, and that feature there on the sort of acts like a leaf spring, so it's actually got quite a good compliance to it. And this is obviously made sacrificial as well compared to the vertical stabilizer. Carbon fibre rod. I might have to clean that up a bit. There it goes. Right, yeah, that's so what else can we do? Wings. Now this goes in with rubber bands, but I don't actually have any, so it's quite a firm fit without rubber bands. The rubber bands go through, will loop through a couple of features on the midsection fuselage, pop out through these holes and come through onto this hook out the front. Well, that's probably good enough. Interplane struts. So these have got little tapered snap lock features, and they just pop into place. Right wing, there's a little R for the right hand side and left for the left hand side. 1, 2, cabane. So this is again got little tapered snap lock features for interfaces with the midsection. It's got a clip feature out the front and clip feature out the front, so out the back. So in a crash, hopefully the leading wing will come, the top wing will come forward and won't exert any force on the airframe. All theory. Top wing. It's a sort of mid-strength snap lock feature. Wingtips.